The Best of Reddit, November 20, 2019. Science, Dietary Fat, the Gut Microbiota, and Metabolic Health. High intake of fat and SFA may negatively affect microbiota richness and diversity, and diets high in MUFA may decrease total bacterial numbers, whereas dietary polyunsaturated fatty acids PUFA had no effect on richness and diversity. Top comment: however, data are not consistent and most RCT and observational studies showed risks of bias. Also, interventional trials do not suggest strong effects of different amounts and types of dietary fat on the intestinal microbiota composition or on metabolic health outcomes. Technology: Microsoft appears to be undergoing a large global outage across numerous platforms. Top comment: News: 5 indicted, including former city manager, for $5 million fraud after Hurricane Michael in the Florida Panhandle as part of U.S. Attorney's corruption investigation. Top comment: I lived in Florida for a few years and the level of corruption at the local level is not to be believed. Unethical life pro tips: you request, what is something you can say to try and win a man back after he's shown you he's through. Top comment: I come to ULPT for suggestions because I'm pretty much trying to be manipulative. I'm so much healthier now. These two sentences don't belong together. Not The Onion. Photo from 1898 convinces people Greta Thunberg is a time traveler. Top comment: time travel? Sure. Climate change? Fiction. Not The Onion. Former UK consulate worker says China tortured him. Top comment: Politics, VINDMANN's opening statement in impeaching hearing with message to father, do not worry, I will be fine for telling the truth. Top comment: very moving. A true American patriot. News: Miami Dolphins cut running back after he's accused of punching a woman who's pregnant with his baby. Top comment: he's on a roll. The 22-year-old was arrested in January on a misdemeanor drug charge, in February for battery after allegedly fighting with a woman who was recording him on her cell phone, and weeks later on felony charges of carrying a concealed weapon, marijuana possession and reckless driving. Science: study suggests repurposed drugs might treat aggressive lung cancer. Top comment: well-written article. But like he said, mice aren't people. Unpopular opinion: 99.9% of indie games aren't worth your time. Top comment: Subnautica, Stardew Valley, The Forest, and Rimworld just off the top of my head were excellent indie games. Shower thoughts: when you tickle someone it looks like they're happy, but deep inside they're begging you to stop. Top comment: laughter is a panic response. Most prevalent in tickling, but you can also see this when someone tells you the dog dies and your first response is to start laughing. Till of Deborah Sampson, 1760–1827, who fought in the Revolutionary War as Robert Shurtleff and was the only revolutionary woman to earn a full military pension. Her identity was discovered a year and a half into her service when she fell ill during an epidemic and lost consciousness. Top comment: thank you for your cervix. Politics: U.S. Army prepared to move VINDMAN to secure location, report. Top comment: think on that. The Army of the United States has had to make threat assessments and plan protection detail for a decorated Purple Heart recipient officer and his family simply because he has dared to fulfill his sworn oath of defending the Constitution. Science: greenhouse gas nitrous oxide emissions have increased substantially in the past decade. Emissions of nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas 300 times more potent than carbon dioxide, are going up faster than we thought. Top comment: News: GM doesn't have to pay punitive damages for defect that killed dozens, court rules. Top comment: corporations are people, too. Except when they commit criminal actions. In that case, nobody goes to jail because corporations aren't people. Life pro tips: start making your bed before you get out of it. Put the pillows in place and kick the corners of the blankets in place. This will save you the trouble of walking around the bed several times while making it once you're up. Top comment: think you want our shitty life pro tips. Politics: U.S. diplomat says someone named Giuliani claimed to be advisor to Mike Pence, impeachment testimony. Top comment: at a break during the last testimony on C-SPAN, I listened to the callers. Don't listen to the callers. It's worse than reading the comments. Politics, no, our boys are not killing machines. Trump's war crimes pardons show how little the commander-in-chief understands the American military. Top comment, the five-time draft-dodging hater of the military and its veterans is not the brilliant military strategist we all thought he was. Unpopular opinion, the internet's obsession with The Office is getting pretty cringy. Top comment, it is, but then again every popular TV hit gets cringe, think about it. Think harder. Science, esports gamers experience same stressor as pro athletes. Pro athletes contend with fierce competition from rival teams, athletes, as well as intense psychological pressures like performance anxiety, fear of failure, and tensions resulting from miscommunication, particularly in team sports. Top comment, this is bad news for esports gamers, because they don't get any of the physiological benefits that pro athletes do. This seems like a recipe for high blood pressure and other ailments, especially if you add in a bad diet. Science, rising anal cancer rates and deaths are linked to HPV. Over 90% of cases of anal cancers are associated with HPV, according to the CDC. Top comment, it's unfortunate that the vaccines were initially only covered for women and took so long to develop. I was surprised to see young black men on the list, though. Is there some stigma against getting vaccinated against HPV for them culturally? This will rise overall for the next 20 years or so, then diminish rapidly as the pre-vaccine population passes on. Technology, Google confirms Android camera security threat, hundreds of millions of users affected. Top comment, I have lens cap installed, take that hackers. Science, AYAHUASCA changes brainwaves to vivid, waking dream, state. Top comment, that's because the active ingredient is DMT, the serotonin chemical that is exceeded in your pineal gland when you sleep to cause a dream. DMT is the most powerful hallucinogen on the planet and everyone, even if they never taken DMT, pop hot for DMT because they have a trip every night. That is what a dream is, a DMT trip. Life pro tips, when drinking alcohol, drink the same amount of water as your drink of choice equals no hangover. Top comment, if you do this, which I have, you spend enough time in the bathroom pissing your brains out that you don't have enough time to get drunk. Not The Onion, Hollywood exec suggested Julia Roberts should play Harriet Tubman. Top comment, I can't wait for the MLK Jr. movie starring Ryan Gosling. Politics, whistleblower's lawyer calls out lying Republican in Trump impeachment hearing, you ignore the facts. Top comment, Jim Jordan has no shame, no integrity, and seemingly no questions for any of these hearings' witnesses. He uses his time to grandstand with bloviated, untrue, and hypocritical conspiracy theories. What a fracking joke he is, with no fracking consequences except the continued crumbling of decorum, the Constitution, and the rule of law. Politics, White House's official Twitter account attacks VINDMAN as he testifies. Top comment, more witness intimidation. Politics, Donald Trump appointed Gordon Sondland because he gave $1 million to his inauguration party, ex-ambassador to Russia says. Top comment, Christ, Sondland looks like if the guy who draws a diary of a wimpy kid had a stroke while drawing Jeff Ross. Technology, official MONERO website is hacked to deliver currency-stealing malware. Top comment. World News, Aaron Banks, the founder of the pro-Brexit campaign Leave EU, has Twitter account hacked, data dump described as explosive. Top comment, Andy Wigmore citing GDPR, an EU law, and saying Twitter have broken GDPR rules is beyond irony and I love it. World News, new analysis shows billionaires' dream of space tourism would be disaster for emissions, climate crisis. One SpaceX rocket flight is equal to 395 one-way transatlantic flights. Top comment, just make it one way. Technology, an Android flaw lets apps secretly access people's camera and upload the videos to an external server. Top comment, seriously, what the frack is up with websites and the autoplaying videos? What makes BIs even worse is that you can click the pause button all day long, and it does not respond. WTF? FUTOROLOGY, the global internet is disintegrating. What comes next? Top comment, bullshit headline. Actual article content, Russia and China really want to control the internet, but they can't. Politics, could Bernie win this thing after all? Top comment, of course he can, people seem to really like him. Till that the Poundland discount stores chose Star Wars Jedi Grandmaster Yoda as the voice of the self-service checkout. Finished, you have items you must take. Top comment, it's true. It's weird to hear Yoda's voice when you're buying a bag of sweets or a pack of batteries. World News, former UK consulate worker says China tortured him. Top comment, this is chilling and seems to confirm that Hong Kongers are indeed being hauled across the border to the mainland, as has been feared all along. Science, unpublished data from Stanley Milgram's experiments cast doubt on his claims about obedience. Top comment, so people are even better than what he suggests. Awesome. Shower thoughts, a big dick is a great thing to have but a terrible thing to be. Top comment, they both have benefits and curses. Try finding a nice part of pants that don't make you feel like you got kicked in the balls. Till that Salvador Dali painted a watercolor painting of Hitler masturbating called Hitler Masturbandose. Top comment, the image wouldn't appear for me but I was suddenly curious AF so Hitler masturbating is now on my search history. I feel educated. World News, a Chinese hunter caught the bubonic plague after eating a rabbit. Now 28 people are under quarantine. Top comment, plague never disappeared from the world. Each year there are several hundred people who get infected with it. The reason it doesn't get reported more often is because with modern antibiotics, it's an easily treatable disease with mortality rate only around 10%. Pretty much a non-story. Technology, worker-owned apps are trying to fix the gig economy's exploitation. A network of cooperative alternatives are replacing rampant exploitation with decent work. Top comment, was hoping to see better examples of this happening than what was cited on the article. News, internet fraud, Nigerian scammer pulls off $1 million heist from prison. Top comment, he had also been admitted to the Nigeria Police Hospital in Lagos for an undisclosed ailment, and had been able to leave the facility to stay in hotels, meet with his wife and children, and attend social functions. No mystery how he was able to keep working while in prison. News, Sweden drops Julian Assange rape investigation. Top comment, he is locked up and on his way to the USA to be tortured. Why would they need the false rape case anymore? Science, supermassive black holes might be hiding many smaller black holes in their disks. According to simulations, these small black holes would repeatedly merge with one another, creating roughly 50 mass black holes like those found by LIGO. Top comment, can a black hole gain too much mass? Like how a star will explode once its density reaches a certain point. What would happen? Politics, do not go there. Fox News hosts shout at each other in furious on-air row over Trump impeachment. 4 pundits rage at poll suggesting a majority of Americans support the removal of the president from office. Top comment, imagine the amount of Xanax and white wine being consumed on that set. Till of Stephen Blumberg, a book thief who stole more than 23,600 books worth $5.3 million. He took them from more than 268 universities and museums. It was the largest book theft in the States, and Blumberg has been recognized as the most successful book thief in U.S. history. Top comment, $5,300,000 for 23,600 books equals $225 per book. So I have only one question, where the frack can you find books that cheap on campus? Life pro tips, to make your writing seem neater, space it out in the page. Top comment, OKAY. Politics, Donald Trump accused of spreading fake Nancy Pelosi quote in attack calling House Speaker crazy. Top comment, this is a bad headline. It shouldn't state accused. It should be, Trump misquotes Nancy Pelosi and calls her crazy. Life pro tips, request, what are some tips for dealing with a compulsive one-upper? Top comment, hit em with that one-syllable conversation ender. Cool. Okay, there's nothing for them to springboard off, and the obvious disinterest shows them you don't care about the bulls asterisk. Technology, people getting rid of FITBITS after Google. Top comment, people are starting to get the value of info privacy. World News, humpback whales in the South Atlantic have recovered from near extinction. A new count shows the population off Brazil went from about 450 in the 1950s to 25,000 now. Top comment, it seems like we're always getting news how the planet is doomed. It's nice to see something about our planet blooming for once. World News, the mental health of PhD researchers demands urgent attention. Anxiety and depression in graduate students is worsening, and the health of the next generation of researchers needs systemic change to research cultures. Top comment, PhD student, can confirm. News, man who threatened to put a bullet in Rep. Omar pleads guilty. Top comment, the good news is he will never ever be allowed to own guns again. Technology, Google Chrome white screen of death, why are browsers crashing? Top comment, people are probably just browsing on anemic machines with less than the 128 GB of RAM required to have 3 tabs open. Not The Onion, Corbyn sparks fresh antisemitism charges by mispronouncing Epstein. Top comment, which is exactly how it should be pronounced FFS. Unpopular opinion, there needs to be the same effort to get men into traditionally female professions as there is women into male-dominated professions. Top comment, no, we don't need effort for either. Just open up all opportunities to everyone equally and let them decide. News, U.S. charges another ex-JPMorgan executive with alleged market manipulation. Top comment, according to the indictment, Ruffo worked at J.P. Morgan from 2008 to 2017 as a salesperson serving hedge funds investing in precious metals, and he encouraged J.P. Morgan traders to place deceptive orders to create price advantages for his clients. I wish we'd see more of these prosecutions. White-collar criminals get away with murder. Unethical life pro tips, go to a restaurant about 15 minutes before close. All the equipment is cleanest then because they're wrapping everything up. Top comment, hey man, as a line cook, frack anyone who does this shit. Politics, ex-GOP farmer who voted for Trump to challenge Ohio's Jim Jordan. Top comment, vote for me, Chris Gibbs, the candidate that doesn't cover up sexual assault. Done. Shower thoughts, controlling your anger is when your caps lock is on, but you type while holding shift. Top comment, unfortunately, my computer has a shift only, no caps lock. World News, conservatives branded party of billionaires as 1/3 of UK's richest people donate to Tories. No fewer than 48 of 151 members of elite club have given almost £52 million, Labour analysis finds. Top comment, okay, so who does the other 2/3 donate to? World News, 24 protesters have died as Bolivia's unelected government deploys military to the streets. Top comment, how is this not on the front page? Technology, India says law permits agencies to snoop on citizens' devices. Top comment, welcome to the future. If we had heroes like Skynet to save us. Unpopular opinion, Nabisco should sell Oreo cookies alone, without filling. Top comment, nice actual unpopular opinion, have an upvote. Shower thoughts, if every man wakes up with morning wood there is a constant wave of erect dicks going around the world at all times. Top comment, the wave is only about 6 inches high, but I know some people who try to surf it anyway. News, remains found in search for St. Louis woman whose husband was charged with murder. Top comment, I'll never get these guys. It's quite easy just to leave your partner. No need to plan their murder. Thanks for watching, listening. Don't forget to subscribe.